This blade, which I have from my old strimmer, will not fit, which is a sod, a real sod. So recently my old brush cutter, which was cheap Chinese import I got 4 or 5 years ago, finally died. I have to say it gave pretty good service. What I bought instead to replace it is this Stihl FS55. So here we go. I'm about to undo the main bag of stuff. The first slight bummer is I want to use this with a blade, but it looks to me on first view that this blade, which I have from my old strimmer, will not fit, which is a sod, a real sod. I'm not quite sure what we do about that, but it's early days. Okay, here's the kit. Get a bowl, get this keyed washer, see that? Get these 2 nuts. No instructions, so we figure it out as we go along. So this is the piece that came with the strimmer, with the brush cutter. It's on like that. It's obviously meant to spin round, but it sounds very dry. I'll put some grease on that, I think. Kind of hard to get in there, but you never know. Some of it might creep through. And that's a seal bearing there, but can't hurt, can it? Shoving a bit extra. Shove him on. Here's the old blade. I took off the old strimmer, and that just fits that slightly raised area. I literally have no idea how this goes together, so let's figure it out between us. Assume that goes like that. That goes like that, presumably. And this goes on back to front. So it's reverse threaded, in other words. It is, for the record, 10mm at 1mm pitch, left-hand thread. Now I'm assuming that somewhere around here there's some sort of way of gripping it while you put it on. But it's not immediately obvious that there is. Here we are, around the back. Let me show you. So as you can see here, there's a hole. As you turn that hole round, there will be a gap inside. Oh, that's the blade slipped out of true. And again, you turn that around. There comes a point, you see that, where it just goes in. Now, it's slightly easier with a ratchet because you can set the ratchet so you can only go the right way. That feels pretty tight. Just hoping it's still going to be centered. Don't want to over muller it. I think that will do. So this is the Stihl FS55 Strimmer, 27.2cc, so it says, 1 horsepower, 3/4 of a kilowatt, 5 kilos or 4.9 kilos, I'm presuming that's dry, 95 decibels sound power level 108 decibel, total length 170 centimeters, and supplied with it corded cutter head auto cut C26-2, which I have replaced with a non-standard generic blade and generic blade adapter kit to fit the blade off my old Strimmer. I'm using this not to the manufacturer's recommendation. I expect I've voided the warranty by now. I'm running it with a blade. It's only, whatever it is, 28cc, so that's a little light perhaps for a blade. However, I've been really impressed with it. It's steamed through everything I've needed to do. You can see how it tackled those that heavy brambles. I don't know if it was clear, but those brambles were above waist height, coming up to chest height. It ploughed through those, no problem at all. I'm sure you're not supposed to wave it around like that, but I've used that method in the past and it seems to work really well. The only beef I've got is actually not Stihl specific. It's the beef I have with all of these two-stroke Strimmers. There's no kind of way of controlling or setting the throttle to a certain revs. Now, when you're stumbling around, you've just got this handhold there. As I say, this is absolutely standard. This isn't criticism aimed at Stihl in particular. When you're stumbling around a field, your hand is instinctively never maintaining an even pressure on the throttle. The throttle is always either revving really hard or dropping down. It doesn't help fuel consumption, neither does it make it as effective as perhaps it could be. If there was some way, you know, like on lawnmowers have a governor which keep them to a constant revs, even if it was some kind of way of locking the throttle at a certain point, if there was some way of putting a governor on here, I think that would be a really good addition. But otherwise, I have to say, really pleased with my purchase overall. Hopefully it will give me many years of service, certainly more years of service than the last Brushcutter I had, which, even though it was double the cc and felt like double the weight, lasted about 3 years of fairly hard service. But this is a Stihl, so hopefully it'll do better than that. Well, that's it for this review. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen, I tend to post a weird selection of videos covering tractor repairs, a bit of time with my lathe and mill in the workshop, the odd restoration, and farm tools. We've got a little small holding here of about 10 acres, so the jobs that accompany that. Thank you for watching. If you like what you've seen, please bang on the like button and mash the subscribe button and hit the bell if this is the kind of thing you'd like to see more of in future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.